Hi everybody, here we go with part 3 of my Kickstarter Besieged lot. This is the Darkness and Fury expansion. So again, I'll give you a look at the artwork. Really all this brings is a couple of extra tiles, some extra monsters to fight, and obviously a couple of extra heroes. So first thing we'll take a look at is you get one extra dice for obviously hits and things like that, I'm assuming, and you get 2 more of these little white see-through stands, and what they're used for is these here. These are the tokens. Now in my Kickstarter I got this guy as an actual miniature, all these as actual miniatures, and so you'll see that in the next video to follow this. Again, they are all double-sided. So stay tuned for the next video to see the actual miniatures that will be used for that. Before we come on to the cards, here's the rule book with the extra little bits of it. It's in 4 different languages by the looks of it. Oh no, sorry, a game by, that's the people who make it. So this is just the extra sort of rules and that you need for the expansion. And that's what you get in the kit. So this is like the Orc expansion. As I said in the previous video, I expect more expansions to be released at a later date, probably as a Kickstarter again. So we've got similar cards again. We've got the enemies, the events, the tavern, the sorcery, the market and the armory. So we'll take a look at the armory just very quickly. Again, since my last video I still haven't played it yet. So that's some of the extras from the armory. Here's the market. If you want me to do a video on just the cards so you can see them all, I might consider doing it, but I don't think there's any real need to sort of show you all the cards. If you want the game, then it'd be a little surprise for you what sort of cards and that you get. Right, here we have the tavern. Quite a few cards, not as many obviously as what you get in the base game. Sorcery cards. Hopefully you can see these okay. And we have obviously the enemies. These are the new ones that come in the base game. Just give you a quick look at a couple of them. We've got trolls, iron orcs. They look quite menacing actually. Some more iron orcs, and goblins, and finally for the cards we have the events. So that's the cards. Put a little pause in here. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's in the small box, which I think will be the heroes and a couple of smaller figures. Okay, in the smaller box, it's not the heroes, it's some orcs. You've seen the alternate sculpts for these in the first video. So you get 4 like that in this tray, and in the other tray these are obviously the trolls. Again, really nice detail, if the camera will focus. There we go. So that's what you get in the small tray. So you get 4 of those and 4 of those. I guess these are the armoured orcs and these are obviously the trolls. So I'll put another pause in here and we'll take a look at the bigger box. Okay, so in the bigger box we get 2 trays again. The first tray, these are all the same sculpts. These are obviously just normal orcs. You get 12 of these, so I was just counting them up. So that's all you get in that first tray. All the same sculpt, which is why it's always handy to get that extra box of extra sculpts that I got. The next one, what I forgot to show you in the last video is you get some bases as well, obviously so you can see who's who. But in this second tray we have the little goblins that got the cannons. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of them. Then you get 7 of these guys, which are the big trolls. And finally we get the heroes. So the first one we'll have a look at is Bjorn the dwarf. Turn it around so you can read his backstory. And his miniature is this guy here. Pretty difficult to pick out the detailing on these with this colour of plastic. There's quite a lot of detail in there, patterning on the hammers and in the shield itself. And finally for this tray and this video we have Kaz Magur, the renegade orc. And just turn it around so you can see his backstory. Again, feel free to pause. And his miniature. So that's the expansion, Darkness and Fury. Again, all it's doing is just giving you an extra sort of race to fight against, really, with a couple of extra heroes. But great stuff. The next video, which will be the last one, will be the Kickstarter exclusives, which are basically models that replace all these sort of tokens. So until that video, as always, thanks for watching. Hopefully you give you an idea of whether you want to get this or not. I think it's worth having. Any games with miniatures like these in are really cool. So as always, take care and see you on the next video.